Gandang gabi po sa lahat. This is Coach Lininho, empowering Pinoys, especially the 40s and above, to regain their health by building muscle. Tonight po, we'll have an exciting topic. We'll talk about the science behind sleep and what are the benefits and even yung mga danger if we are not aware of the science of good sleep. Yung panahon po, this is, I will say, and I say this in a very careful way, it's a pandemic. Okay, yung lack of sleep or sleep deprivation. Especially po with the advent of technology, it gives us convenience, but it has other, side effect. Before the advent of light bulb, alam niyo yung light bulb, 'di ba? Yung bumbilya, yung mga tao generally they slept before 7 p.m. Can you imagine that? No, I'm not saying you won't use light bulb. It has many benefits and it has helped us in so many ways. But it has its own double-edged sword, two-edged sword. It does good at the same time if not properly handled, it does harm us as well. So I'm not just talking about bumbilya. I'm talking about the advent of technology at the same time. What are the benefits? How can we maximize technology? Again, I am a avid fan of using technology. Lahat po ng ginagawa ko, almost everything that I do with my work, with my fitness, with my health pursuit, related po lahat sa technology because it's a tool. It's a tool and it will definitely help us. So let me know in the comment section below, where are you tuning from? Again, we'll talk about the science behind sleep and fitness. We'll have this short video and after this, usap tayo. See you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Medyo may technical difficulty lang po tayo. Okay. Again, thank you for bearing with me. May konti tayong technical difficulty. And then as you have noticed, merong replay ng intro video natin. But nonetheless, thank you po for our live viewers. Let me know in the comment section, where are you tuning from? Our ever supportive na live listeners, always listening and always learning. Ma'am Cabs, Miriam, kamusta ka po? Kamusta yung preparation natin for the Proline Challenge? And then to you, Ma'am MJ, kamusta po yung shirt? Hopefully, fit po sa inyo yung shirt nyo. And congratulations, no, together with Ma'am Cabs, nanalo po kayo sa Step Up Challenge. And of course, yung influencer natin dito, si Ma'am Josie De La Peña. Okay, itong transformation natin. Last time we shared about your transformation. No excuses at 65. Before we talk about the science behind sleep, let me tell to you up front, yung sleep is very, 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 very important. Why? We spent approximately 1/3 of our life. 1/3, 33% of our lives as sleep. Can you imagine the time spent in sleeping? And if you think about it, no, you sleeping, it is being celebrated yung tinatawag na sleep deprivation, na more ka on work, more ka on hustle and grind. That's why you forget to sleep at saka limited yung sleep mo. In this time of our lives, it is being celebrated. Well, in fact, okay, you are going against the nature of your body. Why is it now yung sleep is underrated, but at the same time, this is very, very, very powerful. Actually, I'm reading a book right now, and this book is called Why We Sleep. That's why some of the points that we will share tonight is nanggaling dito sa book natin at saka sa author natin, si Matthew Walker. Meron po siyang TED Talk, you can check it out. But very, very important po yung mga points na dito kasi his expertise is on sleep talaga. If there's a guy who has mastered the benefits or even the science and is aware of all the scientific studies about sleep, this is the guy, Matthew Walker. So na-discuss dito yung benefits ng sleep and what will happen if you deprive yourself of sleep. Okay? So ito po yung interesting study. We'll talk about points dito sa sleep. Okay, I'll show to you some studies to prove our point. Hindi po kasi beneficial minsan na gawa-gawa lang yung mga facts that we share here. It's very important that we should back it up with a study. So bear with me, it will be short. I'll share to you a study here from NIH. So dito sa topic dito, nasabi dito na insufficient sleep undermines dietary effort to reduce adiposity. Okay? So dito sa study, okay, forward ko lang. Ito yung conclusion niya. Ito yung intro niya. Okay? And then, to make the long story short, may ginawa po silang study. So, dalawang group of people. First group, 8.5 hours of sleep lang. Okay? And then the second group, 5.5 hours of sleep. So, two group of people were tested. 8.5 yung isa. Yung second group, 5.5 hours. So, this group of people were put in a calorie deficit, meaning to say, yung kinakain nila is less than what they consume or they burn or their activities na nakukonsume. So both sa kanila, both yung program nila, calorie deficit or losing fat or cutting or losing weight. Okay? Ano po yung nangyari? Interestingly, okay, yung effect po after ng 2 weeks, nag-lose sila the same amount of weight. Yung first group na 8.5 hours ang sleep at saka yung second group na 5.5 hours lang yung sleep. Pero ito nangyari, interestingly, yung impact. Yung first group, they preserve 60% of their muscle mass. 60% po, that's so huge. Yung second group na they sleep 5.5 hours of sleep lang, they didn't preserve muscle mass. In fact, they lost 60% of their muscle mass. How tragic is that? So as much as possible in health, and most scientists would agree with this, muscle mass, okay, or yung muscle mass mo, skeletal muscle especially, okay, will determine your quality life or yung longevity mo. When I say longevity, it's not just about the number of years, it's about the life in your years. Meaning to say, you want to perform with functionality, you can perform yung daily chores, walking, jumping, gardening, walking with your dog, And you cannot accomplish this without, okay, a healthy skeletal muscle. That is why we understand dito sa community that when you grow your muscle mass, you are growing your health as well. So dito nakita natin, those who deprive themselves of sleep, nawawalan po sila ng muscle mass. That's why if I can, kumbaga, say it in a very important na manner, okay, yung sleep actually will determine as well your body composition. What do you mean by that? If you sleep less, most likely you will lose body fat, yes, but you will also lose muscle mass. As much as possible, we want to get rid of body fat. We want to preserve muscle mass as much as possible. So those who are nasobrahan sa payat or nangingiyayat, you have to check as well your sleeping pattern. Why is it nasobrahan ka sa payat? You have to check your sleeping pattern as well. So I'll talk about the tips. But before we give the tips, hello again to our amazing, wonderful listeners. Hello to you, ma'am. Ma'am talaga, no? Madam Regina. Looking forward to see your TikTok videos, another set of TikTok videos from Madam Regina. Hello to you, Ma'am Felisa Di Pamailo, as always. Ma'am Tess Caridad Badajos. Looking forward to see you as well sa next challenge natin. Jojo De Jesus, kamusta yung workout natin? Kumbawa, Maribel Coramori, kamusta po yung dinner natin? Sir Mario, good evening din sa inyo. Kamusta po yung workout natin? So there you have it. First point natin dito is this. Good sleep means good hormones. When we talk about muscle mass, if we talk about growing your health, if we talk about fitness, if we talk about losing fat, if we talk about growing your muscle mass, again, it is related to hormones. Good hormones mean good body composition. So I'll discuss some important hormones. Very important po sa health natin overall, hindi lang po sa mga nagwo-workout. Number one dito is yung leptin. Yung leptin po is yung satiety or yung fullness feeling. Ito po yung hormone na nagsasabi sa inyo na, uy, huwag ka na kumain, busog ka na, satisfied ka na. Ito po yung feeling natin after tayo kumain ng lean meat. Ito po yung feeling na nag-buffet kayo, super satiated na po kayo. So leptin, again, is connected with your body composition. Kasi kapag hindi nag-signal yung leptin, okay, sa brain mo, ano mangyayari? Kain ka lang ng kain. Walang magsasabi sa inyo na busog ka na. So leptin, again, is very important hormone. Pero, this one is drastically nag-iiba if yung sleeping pattern mo pa iba din. That's why you notice, if yung sleeping pattern mo pa iba-iba, graveyard shift ka man or kulang yung tulog mo, insomnia, most likely, yung cravings mo nag-iiba din. Have you noticed that? And then for some, I have a student na nag-share one time na yung sleep niya 2 hours lang. And then a day after, grabe yung cravings niya for fries at saka burgers. Grabe, hindi niya mapagilan. That's why, if you want to take good care of your cravings, you want to take good care of your sleep as well. Okay. So leptin is the hormone that will tell you to stop eating because you are satisfied. Number 2, we have ghrelin. Ghrelin is the hormone that will tell you that you're hungry. That's why you need to eat. So the higher the levels of ghrelin, the hungrier you get. That is why if kulang ka sa tulog, this one will increase as well. Okay, so alam niyo yung feeling na super stressed ka sa work or maybe heartbroken ka, grabe yung gutom mo. So for some, yung cravings nila hindi nila mapigilan as well. So actually, this is connected as well if you want to lose fat, no, or if you want to lose weight. Kasi if you want to lose weight, lowering your ghrelin levels can be beneficial. Meaning to say, kapag mababa siya, walang magsasabi sa'yo na gutom ka. Okay? Usually kasi yung gutom natin is a matter of hormones din. Rising and falling of hormones. That's why if you want to control your weight, you have to regulate your hormones. And these hormones, ghrelin and leptin, are deeply connected with your sleep and then with your stress. Again, leptin is different from ghrelin. Leptin is the hormone that will tell you to stop eating. Okay. Ghrelin is the hormone that will tell you to eat because you're hungry. Now, these two are deeply connected with sleep, meaning to say if sabotage yung sleep mo, these two, mayroon po siyang abnormal na pag-increase at saka pag-decrease. That's why sleep talaga is very important, no? Have you noticed? This is a single most important factor in determining the rising and the falling of your hormones. Right? So, hindi lang po yan. Meron din po tayo dito cortisol. What do you mean by cortisol? Cortisol is naturally found sa body natin, and having it is okay. Yung hindi okay is abnormal na levels at saka prolonged na levels. Kunwari, if nag-workout ka po, yung cortisol level mo will increase as well. Okay? For a moment lang. After ka po na pahinga, bababa po siya. Okay, we need that. That's why if ito po yung hormone din for fight or flight hormone. Nakakaya mo pong bumuhat ng mga mabigat at saka nakakaya mo pong i-challenge yung self mo sa mga challenging na mga tasks is also connected sa cortisol. Okay. Kasi nandun siya sa fight or flight na mode. Kaya lang ang problema ganito. If prolonged, meaning to say, increase yung levels niya tapos matagal siya sa katawan mo, ano po mangyayari? Of course, you will be stressed. Yung cortisol po is catabolic. Okay, dalawa po yan when it comes to muscle gains. Anabolic at saka catabolic. Anabolic at saka catabolic. Anabolic builds muscle. Catabolic breaks down muscle. Yung cortisol po, especially if it's prolonged sa katawan nyo, it's catabolic, meaning to say, it breaks down muscle. So, hindi mo po gusto mangyari yan sa inyo. You want to preserve your muscle mass. Kaya lang, I do understand po, we're going through something. Life happens to you. And then your manugang, maybe nagka-problema ka sa manugang mo. Maybe your in-laws, sakit sa ulo. Maybe may problem ka financially and it hits you. And sometimes you are very consistent sa workout, and then if problem hits you, sometimes it's very, very hard to maintain it. That's why you notice yung workout po or maybe eating right or maybe getting healthy is a matter of mental, emotional. 90%, experts would say, 90% of fitness is about mental, emotional. Meaning if you can take good care of this, you can take good care of your fitness. Kasi po, let's be honest, di ba hindi masaya or hindi easy mag-workout? Tama po, di ba? Tama? And then, not everyone wants to work out, yes. At the same time, may mga episodes din po kayo na kunwari galing kayo sa work or maybe pinagalitan kayo or maybe may problem ka. Parang wala ka pong ganang mag-workout. Tama po? Kasi affected ka emotionally. Tingnan mo yung mga galing sa, mga fresh pa na episodes ng broken-hearted o being broken-hearted or kaka-break up mo lang sa boyfriend mo or girlfriend mo. Yung mga first days niyan, napaka-challenging mag-workout. Kasi yung emotions mo very down. Tama po? But of course, if you can, reverse that one, you can take that as motivation to take good care of yourself. That is why we notice then sa mga kakagaling lang sa breakup, they want to make bawi sa self nila. That's why they work out very hard. So that's another point I'm throwing out there. So cortisol, another hormone that I want to discuss is IGF-1. What is IGF-1? Insulin growth factor 1. So yung purpose niya po to is like para po siyang insulin. Okay? And it works together with growth hormone. Okay? To promote cell growth. So it's different po from the insulin that we know, especially if you are in low carb. As much as possible, we want to maintain yung pag-crash at saka pag-spike ng insulin. Again, this is different. IGF-1 promotes cell growth. When you say cell growth, it is connected with muscle growth. Okay, so meron pong study na kinonduct 1,833 adults age 51 and older. So, ang nangyari po dito po sa study, chinek po yung kanilang IGF-1 sa katawan nila. Ano po nangyari? Ano po natoko sa nila? Those who are with higher IGF-1 levels had more muscle mass. higher bone density, and stronger grip strength. Ano po yung grip strength? Okay, when we work and when we hang, when we kumbaga bike, 'di ba yung grip natin ginagawa very strong siya dapat para stable yung katawan natin. So, those who adults age 51 and up at saka mataas yung IGF-1 nila, nakita po tong positive na mga signs. On the other hand, those with lower IGF-1, ano po nangyari sa kanila? Were found to be weaker in what areas? Weak in muscle mass, weak in bone density, at saka weak in grip. That is why if you want to grow your muscle mass, if you want to be stronger, you have to look at your IGF-1 as well. Now, yung IGF-1 connected po sa sleep. Together po with growth hormones at saka yung testosterone levels. Now, when you sleep, okay, especially yung deep sleep nyo, dito po na mga time na release yung growth hormones, yung IGF-1 during this deep levels of sleep. Now, what will happen if you delay sleep or disrupted yung sleep mo? Hindi deep yung sleep mo. Stress ka. That's why you cannot sleep. Insomnia. Okay? Ano po mangyari? Of course, yung pag-release ng ganitong hormones will be delayed as well. That is why you have to prioritize sleep as much as possible. Ano po klaseng workout program niyan? Ano po klaseng coach na pinuha nyo? Ano pong klaseng beef stick ang kinakain nyo everyday? Sobrang mahal. Pero if you don't take good care of your sleep, useless po lahat yan. Prioritize sleep at all costs. Okay? So, next po. We'll talk about sleep and caffeine. Okay. Sleep pressure and caffeine. Nakita ko po ito sa book. Again, credits to Matthew Walker for sharing his interesting studies dito sa book niya. That's why I'm sharing this to you. So, there are two factors po that will determine yung pag-sleep nyo at saka yung pag-wake up nyo. Again, there are two factors that will determine yung wake at saka sleep nyo. Yung pagtulog at saka yung pag-bangon nyo. Okay? Dalawa lang po yan. Number one is yung 24-hour circadian rhythm. Yung katawan po natin may body clock siya. That's why for some of you, hindi na kailangan ng alarm clock para bumangon. Kasi automatic siya. At saka for some of you, consistent kayo. Maybe meron akong student na at 8 p.m. natutulog na siya naturally. Kasi meron pong tinatawag na circadian rhythm. 24 hours yan usually. That's number one factor. Pangalawa is yung sleep pressure. So let's talk about sleep pressure. Yung sleep pressure po is what we call, connected din po siya sa adenosine. Okay? Bear with me ha. Ano po yung adenosine? Yung adenosine po, it's the hormone that builds up in your brain. Now, the longer that you are awake, the more adenosine, yung hormone na minention ko yung sleep pressure, that it will accommodate. Okay? So what will happen? If nag-build up na po siya, up to the point na able na siya, doon po yung mafe-feel nyo na heaviness at saka drowsiness at saka matutulog ka na. Okay, again, so the more adenosine is being built up sa brain mo, okay, the closer you get sa sleepiness. Okay lang po, I hope we are on the same page. Okay, I'll discuss more ha. So, if may ginawa ka or may ininom ka to block adenosine, madi-disrupt po yung natural cycle mo for sleep. Okay, ang kape, yun po tinutukoy ko. Yung kape po, binablock niya yung space sa brain natin for adenosine. So, tinitake up yung space. That's why when you drink coffee or caffeine, okay, hindi ka, usually po active ka at saka alert. Kasi po yung adenosine level is being blocked. Okay? So, imagine lang po yung drinking caffeine or kape, ang ginagawa niya po is parang tinatakpan nyo po yung tenga nyo to hear sound. So, di ba, if takpan nyo to, you can almost hear nothing. Tama po, di ba? So, the same thing din po with caffeine. Kasi po, yung adenosine, meron po siyang receptors dito sa brain natin. Meron po siyang space. Okay? Meron po siyang rental space. Doon po siya specifically pumupunta sa receptors na ganoon. Now, this same, okay, exact na receptors natin dito sa brain is the same space na pinupuntahan ng caffeine. So meaning na ba-block si adenosine. That's why you are awake, that you're alive and energetic. Now, ito po yung not so good thing about this. Okay, in pharmacology daw, may tinatawag tayo na half-life, okay? Or drug efficacy. What do you mean by that? Yung half-life po, again, it is being used sa pharma, okay? Sa mga nagbebenta ng drugs or mga medications. Ano po nangyayari? Half-life means the length of time it takes for the body to remove 50% of drug's concentration in your body. So meaning to say, if nag-take ka ng, kunwari, losartan, okay, sa mga high blood dyan, okay, losartan plus, okay, 50 milligrams. So yung half-life niya, I'm not precisely aware of how many hours. So palagay na natin 7 hours. Example lang, I don't know the half-life of losartan plus. But for the sake of example, I'll say 7 hours. So after 7 hours, 50% pa lang na concentration ng losartan is running through your blood. Yun po yung half-life. Okay? So, ano po yung half-life ng kape or caffeine? The average half-life of caffeine is 5 to 7 hours. 5 to 7 hours. Meaning to say, after 5, 6, or 7 hours, yung 50% ng caffeine concentration ng caffeine is nasa bloodstream mo pa. Okay? So, kunwari, nag-take ka ng kape at 5 p.m. Okay? Yung half-life niya, what time? Okay? So, let's say, di ba, 5 to 7 hours. Palagay na natin 6 hours na lang yung half-life niya. So, nag-drink ka ng kape at 5 p.m. Okay? Half-life niya, 5. Magbilang tayo up to 6 hours, ha? So, 5 p.m. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? 6 hours. So at 11 p.m., 50% pa lang ng caffeine na efficacy niya is nasa bloodstream mo pa. So meaning to say, you wonder why hindi ka makatulog. For some of you, you have to check your caffeine levels as well. Yung caffeine is not just in coffee po. You can also find this in tea, in your soft drinks. Okay? For some, you would say, Coach, nagtitake ako ng decaffeinated. Wow, social, sana all. Decaffeinated doesn't mean non-caffeinated. Iba po sila. So, yung decaffeinated, meron din po siyang caffeine. Depende po sa beans at saka depende din po sa process. Okay, so you have to check on that as well. It doesn't mean na decaffeinated siya. It doesn't mean na non-caffeinated siya. Okay po? Sige. So, coffee, may good rule of thumb sa kape, especially to my clients. I don't, right away na sinasabi sa kanila na stop coffee. I do not say that because I myself drink coffee every day as well, as my pre-workout and as part of my lifestyle. So you don't want to deprive yourself of coffee as well. So if you have problems with sleep, you have to reconsider drinking coffee, especially sa afternoon. Okay. If you want to regulate your sleep, deep sleep especially, you may want to take coffee but have it in the morning. Again, yung half-life ng coffee, okay, 5 to 7 hours. So, strategic lang. Be mindful lang ng effect ng kape sa inyo. For some of you, may tinatawag na tolerance level. Coach Nins, nagkakape ako everyday, wala namang impact sa akin, okay yung tulog ko. So, happy for you. But are you sure yung sleep mo, deep sleep? Okay, when you say deep sleep, uninterrupted, at the same time, you feel fresh after you wake up. Okay, yun pong goal natin sa sleep natin. It doesn't mean na 7 hours ka nag-sleep or 8 hours ka nag-sleep, quality ng sleep mo. Meron po nag-sleep 6 hours, pero deep, refresh po yung sleep nila. So that's our goal, not just the quantity, but also the quality. But of course, most experts would agree na yung optimal na number of hours for sleep is around 7 to 8 hours. Optimal po yan. Okay? Sige, now, let's talk about tips. Okay? For sleep. Okay? Tips po for sleep. But before I move sa tips natin, yung laptop ko po maglulubat na. Okay lang po. Okay, insert ko lang to. Give me a few seconds ha. Okay, nandito lang po yung plug sa gilid ko. Okay, sige, diba? Few seconds lang. Okay. Sige, I'll need to say hi to all our viewers. Hello to you, Ma'am Marilyn Domelon Balino. Yung kulang ang sleep ng gabi, pwede ba i-compensate ng tulog sa araw? Wow, that's a good question, ma'am. Mayroon pong mga tao na mayroong graveyard shift, paiba-iba yung sleeping pattern nila. Mondays to Fridays, medyo deprived sila sa sleep, tapos babawi sila Saturday, Sunday. Yun po, minsan yung mga mindset nila. Now, the ideal pattern for sleep, Ma'am Marilyn, is circadian rhythm. Meaning to say, if you sleep at the same time, if you wake up at the same time, that's optimal. Okay po? So, if you can stick with that, well, good for you. But I do understand that for some of you, hindi po makastick sa ganong rigid na lifestyle. So, I hope you can hit that one real soon. Pero ma'am, if you cannot, have a quality sleep sa gabi, you can have a nap in the afternoon. That is better than no nap. Tama po, di ba? So, go for naps. 10 minutes. That's okay. At least to refuel lang po yung katawan nyo. Good evening to you, Sir Elvin. Kamusta yung workout natin? Si Sir Elvin has enrolled in the program. Nasa push-pull legs. 2.0 na po yung program niya. So, 5 times a week nagwo-workout. Great to have you as well. Marem Pera Sarabia Michelle. Kamusta po yung evening natin? Mayong gabi din sa imo. So, bakulod noon din siya. O, sindihan kami ni. Okay. Hello to you, Ma'am Evelyn. Good evening, ma'am. Napakaganda po ng ngiti nyo sa profile pic nyo. Sana all ganun kaganda yung ngiti. Ma'am Celia, good evening sa inyo. Kamusta yung weather dyan? We will return to your workout real soon, Ma'am Celia. Ma'am Hilda Bonda, one of the amazing na consistent natin na adults. Modern adults po to. Okay? Hindi po naniniwala sa kasabihan na when you hit 40, wala ka ng pag-asang maging healthy. So, nilabanan po yan ni Ma'am Hilda. That's why yung profile pic niya, naka-plank tapos naka-smile pa yan. Okay. Hello to you, Ma'am Rizali. Fit din to, as always. Tingnan yung biceps at saka triceps. So, firm and tone. Okay. Hello to you, Edeline. Adap Santos. Ganda ng shirt ni ma'am. WTG. Spread the word. And then, may question dito. Sige. Question ni Ma'am Marilyn. Okay. Anong causes ng two kinds of cortisol? Anong effect nito? Paano maiwasan yung bad cortisol? Well, ma'am, again, that's good, ma'am, kasi na gets nyo yung cortisol. Cortisol can help you with your workouts, especially if you're lifting weights. Okay, that's the fight or flight hormone. Well, I'm not saying you avoid cortisol because at some point you need that. Okay? So, yung hindi po okay is elevated siya at saka prolonged siya at saka nag-stay siya sa katawan nyo for a very long time. So, ano po yung mga instances na gumaganon siya? If you're stressed and if you lack sleep. Ito po yung pangalawa. Dalawa po na great contributors ng pag-increase ng cortisol. Okay po? Marem Paras, about too much drinking coffee, coach. Kaya pala matagal akong hindi makatulog, na Nescafe addict na kasi niyo. Okay, yeah. Well, ma'am, yeah. Well, I would suggest, ma'am, limit talaga yung coffee nyo slowly at saka gradually. I'm not saying you remove it entirely, but schedule nyo lang po. Go for morning coffee. That's the safest. Okay po? So, okay, let's go sa tips natin. Number 1, improve your sleep hygiene. Did you know most of us are addicted to facial hygiene, yung sa mukha? Okay, well, I'm not saying it's bad. I do have my facial bed night routine din, okay, sa mukha. Okay, mga konti-konti lang. Pero, okay, how much more sa katawan yung inside, yung sleep po. So if you take good care of the things outside of you, shall we not take good care of the things inside of you as well? Yung sleep po should have an hygiene as well. What do you mean by hygiene? It's a routine. It's a way of cleansing yourself. The same thing with sleep po. So ano po yung mga hygiene na dapat natin gawin? Avoid electronic use an hour before you sleep. Again, yung katawan po natin, meron siyang natural circadian rhythm. Okay. Now, If you look at your phone, gadgets nyo, meron po siyang blue, bright light that registers to your eyes. And your brain, of course, will sense it. Now, every time your brain sends a light, bright light, you are releasing yung tinatawag natin melatonin levels being decreased. Meaning to say, dahil may light na, you have to work and you need to get up. Yun po yung natural circadian rhythm natin. That's why, if you want to be active sa work nyo, you feel sluggish, yung practical po na tip for you is magbilad ka sa araw for 10 minutes. It will definitely change your sleeping pattern. Okay? Now, on the other hand, matutulog ka na. Diba? You won't work na. You have to sleep at saka replenish. Ano po mangyayari if you look at gadgets tsaka may light siya? Diba? You're sending a signal to your brain, hey, you have to get up and work. No wonder why insomnia is a major thing right now. It's a common thing. In the past, it's very, very rare, yung insomnia. Okay? So, again, electronics are part of our lives. What we can do is to regulate it lang, have a system. So, don't use your gadgets an hour before. You can avoid, practically speaking, you can place it somewhere far from you. So maybe sa different room, maybe sa sala nyo. Kasi po, yung deadlines nyo, yung mga emergencies dyan, okay, nandun na po siya forever. Hindi po titigil ang mundo if you don't use your phone before you sleep. So magagets po nila if you want open at saka reply sa kanila right away. Okay, regulate nyo lang po. Pangalawa, okay, use bedroom for sleep only. So this is a tactic as well. Kasi if you place your paperwork or your work-related stuff sa bedroom nyo, you are associating sleeping with working. You're sending a signal to your brain, this bed space that I have right now with my bed at saka pillows, this is my area for working as well and sleeping. So medyo confused yung brain mo. Ano ba talaga? Ano ba talagang gagawin ko? Mag-sleep ba ako or mag-work ako? So, if you want to work, place it, again, have it, place a different na space for that. Okay? So that you have an organized setup for your brain. This one for my bed, exclusively lang for sleeping, for relaxing. Huwag ka na po magdala ng gadgets mo dyan. Huwag ka na po magdala ng work mo dyan. Exclusively, only for sleeping. Again sabi ng isang matalinong lalaki, okay, it's, so I forgot the name, pero ito pong sinabi niya. If you want to have a good life, this is what you will do. You have to find a good partner. That's one. You have to find your passion sa work. That's two. You have to find a good bedroom. That's three. Why? First, you need to find a good partner kasi 33% of your life you will spend it with your partner. The other 33% will be spent sa work mo. That's why you have to find your passion sa work. Yung pangatlo, 30% of your life, 33% of your life, 1/3 of your life will be spent sleeping. So if you want to have a good life, okay, prioritize, okay, your bedroom. Okay, you have to be strategic with your bedroom. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, circadian rhythm. I talked about it kanina. Meron pong rhythm yung katawan natin. Meron pong clock yung katawan natin. And as much as possible, we want to depend on this natural cycle sa katawan natin. Now, did you know, ironically, meron akong alarm clock dito sa bahay. And then, for most of my life, depend po ako sa alarm clock. Kaya lang, nabiktima din po ako ng snoozing. Alam niyo yung snoozing? Okay, yung snooze na i-click mong snooze tapos mag-alarm siya ulit. Mag-stop siya temporarily tapos mag-alarm siya ulit after 5 minutes. Yun po yung pinaka persistent na lie na piniwalaan ko po. Kasi sabi ko sa sarili ko, last 5 minutes, babangon na talaga ako. After I click, last 5 minutes, up until late na ako sa work. So, di po siya nag-work and then, yun nangyari po sa brain ko. Okay? And it's a psychological thing. The moment I hear alarm clock, it doesn't automatically resonate with waking up. It resonates with snoozing or 5 minutes more. That's why it's very, very harmful. So old habits die hard. So one day, nag-commit po ako sa self ko. What if? Kasi na-program yung mind ko na hindi mag-wake up after alarm clock. What if I remove alarm clock entirely? So ginawa ko, ninimove ko yung alarm clock. Hindi na ako nag-commit sa alarm clock. Ginawa ko, inopen ko lang to slightly. Madilim siya. Tapos may konti lang na light na enough na light na visible siya, especially if morning na. So every time may morning siya, even though deep yung sleep ko, masasense ko na may light na, at saka I will sense na umaga na automatically. And then I wake up fresh and rejuvenated, okay, without the alarm clock. At saka, ironically, mas consistent siya without alarm clock. See? So, you can test that if you like. Okay? So, iba-iba naman po tayo ng style, but it definitely helped me. And my life has been so simple after I remove alarm clock sa life ko. So, number 2, also, I like to reiterate this. Avoid caffeine 7 hours before you sleep. Caffeine is not just about coffee. It's present in most of your energy drinks. Nasa soft drinks din po to. Nasa tea din po to. Okay, so again, a last step I will leave to you is sleep defines body composition. Again, I always repeat dito sa live na yung food, nutrition will define yung body composition mo. Meaning to say, body composition means, are you fat or are you thin or are you skinny or are you obese? Yun po yung body composition. Now, I put it here para to emphasize lang. I still believe that food is the major determiner ng body composition natin. Pero, if kulang po yung tulog nyo, jeopardize po yung tulog nyo, sabotage po yung sleep nyo, it will definitely bring a messy state po sa cravings nyo, sa hormones nyo, sa activity levels nyo. That's why po, yung sleep is very, very, very important. So, I put all the tips there and it's up to you to apply it. Again, for some of you, it's an emotional thing. I do understand. That's why, if may problem ka po, and I think that's one of the common things, bakit po disrupted yung sleep natin? Kasi marami kang iniisip na bayarin, or maybe you're hurt, or maybe you had a problem with your loved one, hindi ka makatulog. That's normal. I experienced that one as well. So what you can do, forgive yourself and then go back on track as soon as possible. If may problem pa rin, still nag-persist pa rin siya, talk to a friend. It will definitely lessen the burden. Again, all of us have burdens, but it's not about the weight. It's how you carry the burden. Kanina, share ko lang po kanina po I'm reading a scripture. And kanina, umaga, medyo mabigat po yung feeling ko. But interestingly, yung verse po na nakita ko while I was reading is this. Sabi po ni Jesus, "Come unto me, all you who are labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is light and easy, and my burden is light. And you will find rest unto your souls." Most of us don't have rest. Okay? And Jesus' burden is light. That's why He wants you to give your cares to Him. And that's one of the most important discoveries that I have. I don't need to carry the burden. I just need to give it to Him because first I know He cares for it. There you have it. Thank you po again for all the sharings natin. Again, credits to Matthew Walker. Ito po siya, Matthew Walker. Ito yung author natin sa sleep. He is a sleep expert. Meron po siyang TED Talk. Listen po kayo sa TED Talk niya. Coffee is life, sabi ni Sir Elvin. Yes na yes. I do agree with that. Good evening to you. Ma'am Liza Omas as Pizarra. Question dito, 3 months na po ko building muscle pero di tumaas ang weight ko. Okay lang po ba yun? Well, there are many ways to measure if you're improving or not sa muscle building. Number 1 is yung weight. Number 2 is yung body composition mo. So you have to take a picture of yourself, Ma'am Liza. Okay. and then make a honest comparison at saka assessment with your body last 3 months. Diyan nyo po makikita if you have increased or not. Now, muscle mass is different from body fat. Yung body fat po occupies 3 times than muscle mass. Yung weight ko po ngayon, naglalaro po siya sa 61 to 62 kilograms. Pero most of my clients will be shocked if nakita nila yung weight ko. Bakit, Coach Lin, sobrang laki mo? Pero bakit 61 ka lang, 62 ka lang? Okay? Nagtataka sila. Meron akong client, pareho na kaming weight. Okay, pero, so, parang, hindi naman ako na gano'n, no? Nag-exercise, no? Pero sobrang skinny niya po. Okay, parang yung katawan ko, like, 5 years ago. Sobrang skinny. Pero naglalaro din siya mga 59 to 60. Okay, yung weight ko po, 61 to 62. Hindi po naglalayo. Pero na-shock siya na nakita niyo yung weight ko. Yung muscle mass po is denser. Meaning to say, okay, puro po siya. Yung fat po kasi, okay, medyo occupies more space siya. Okay? So, ito po yung sinasabi ko. Yung point ko po is focus po on building your muscle mass and get rid of body fat. If wala pa din pong movement sa weight nyo, Ma'am Liza, ang gawin nyo po, i-increase nyo po yung food nyo, food intake nyo. Kasi po, at the end of the day, kapag walang movement po sa weight nyo, persistently 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months na, you have to add something sa food ninyo. The same thing din po sa mga gusto magpapayat. If timad ka o mad ka, wala pa ding changes sa weight mo 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you have to slowly bawasan yung food intake mo. Because at the end of the day, it's about calories or the energy that you take. If you take more calories than you consume, you will gain weight. If you eat less calories than you consume, you will lose weight. Okay. Yes, amen to that, Ma'am Maribel. Thank you for the word again. Okay. Thanks, sir. Okay. So usually, 5 to 6 hours lang po tulugan po for this user. Yes. Thank you, Sir Chris. All the best to you. Let's cheer to Sir Chris and to all of you who are in the journey of, taking good care of sleep. Christina Razon Morales, thank you din sa inyo, ma'am, sa pag-tune in natin dito. Correct nutrition is a game changer. That is really true. Nung tinig ko po yung nutrition, sleep, at saka workout seriously, nag-iba po talaga yung agos ng health ko in general. Not just my muscle mass, but health in general. Naging mas active ako, naging mas focus ako, yung energy ko hindi up and down, gradual siya. So, really interesting. So I'd like to encourage all of you as well. For those who are watching, we have ProLean Challenge. Yung ProLean Challenge natin, again, is open for all. It's free. Open for all, regardless of your age, gender. Okay, kung saan ka mang lupalok ng mundo. So yung ProLean Challenge po ganito. Ito po yung mechanics niya. You will just post po your meals for 25 days. From August 5 to September 5. For 25 days lang po. Okay? So, meron dito example on how to post and what to post. Tsaka may example format din po ito. The winners will receive ganito. Okay? But I have a good news for you. Okay? I have a very important news to you. Dito, di ba? The winners will receive session with the WTG coach. Tapos may bago kang WTG shirt. Tapos may certificate ka of completion. So, 3 winners po yan. Now, ito po yung good news. Yung good news natin ganito. Okay. Last 2 days may nag-message po sa akin. Gusto niya po mag-sponsor sa winner natin kasi he believes that this will bring change to the lives of people. Okay. So sabi niya ganito. Okay. Atin-atin lang to ha. Sabi niya, bibigyan niya ng cash prize yung first place. Magkano? Okay. And that's the next question. 5,000 pesos. Okay? Legit po yan. Minessage ko po siya last day and even kanina nag-message po kami just confirm. So, okay. Sabi niya po, I am thankful and I want to sponsor 5,000 for the first place. So, if you want to have extra gig, okay, go for it. Okay, all the best to you. But again, aside from the 5,000 pesos, no, I'm sure you will join because you want challenge sa buhay nyo, you want sense of accomplishment sa buhay nyo, and you want to inspire others. So that's, I think, one of the best benefits that you will gain dito sa challenge natin. Okay? And then again, this is our team. We have coaches. And again, for those who have not followed me yet, if you want to be updated sa mga events natin at saka live, follow Lininho. That's my FB page. And then again, for those who are in need of one-on-one coaching, our team is ready to support you. You don't want to go through yung trial and error sa fitness mo. You want specific programs sa pagkain nyo, sa nutritional plan nyo, at saka sa workout nyo, message me. We'll definitely be more than happy to help you and guide you with your fitness goals. Again, see you again on our next session, and that will be on Friday. And again, all the best to you for those who are joining our Proline Challenge. Again, this is our way to influence our fellow countrymen. Kasi with just single post lang po, most of them are watching you quietly. And sa mga small at saka simple things that you're posting, these people will definitely, in the right time, will change their way of living. And that's possible because of you. So let's go for the challenge, and all the best to you. If you have question, message me lang. Again, the mechanics nandun na po sa Facebook page ko if you want to know more about the challenge. Good evening to you, Ma'am Aubrey Tagnong. All the best to you. Isabihin mo si mami mo na mag-join sa challenge natin. And of course, sa'yo, looking forward. And happy to help, Ma'am Liza. Happy to help, Ma'am Cabs. All the best po sa inyo. Good night and enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.